if you have exam today or within very few days, and if you have questions like can you share the latest questions with answers, and is this a physical or virtual round, and are we allowed to write the code in Python or CPP, then let me discuss all of these answers in this video. Just before that guys, please subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding Virtusa or any company that you want, and like this video, comment down which content do you want more. Okay, now let me discuss the question. Are you allowed to write the code in Python or CPP? The answer is no. Probably, most probably, 99% probably, you will get only Java. Okay, you will get only Java, so be prepared for that. Okay.
Hey, you ready for the future? Tekno UF is here with premium prep materials, no need to fear. Cognizant, Accenture, TCS, and more. We'll get you ready, open up that door.
So the question is shown to you. Now you are given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters and digits. Your task is to count the number of numerical substrings, that is contiguous digits, in the string such that the character immediately before the numerical substring is a lowercase alphabet and the character immediately after the numerical substring is also a lowercase alphabet. Return the count of such valid numerical substrings. So you have to return that. So what is the sample input output? Let me just show that. So A1 2 3, then B, then B9C, then C88D, and D1E. So there are total 4 substrings in such that where it's starting with a small case character, lowercase character, and in this there is one digit or there can be several digits. Okay, so I hope you understood. So that's why total 4 substrings are there, which in which all the like conditions are matching. So that's why output is 4. Now let me give you one more example. Let's say A1 2 3, B 2, C 3 4, D. So if this is the string, then how many substrings are there in which the substrings containing small case characters with end and start, and also containing numeric characters. Okay, so A1 2 3, B is 1, then B 2 C is second one, and third one is C3 4. Okay, and then C3 4D, sorry, C3 4D is the third one. Okay, so these 3 are the total substrings which can be possible according to the condition, that is the character immediately before the numerical substring is a lowercase alphabet and the character immediately after the numerical substring is also a lowercase alphabet. So this is what the conditions, so you have to match that. So total 3 substrings are there, so that's why in this case output should be 3 only. Okay, I hope you understood. So let me go to the explanation on how to solve this problem and what should be our approach to the solutions. So if you guys can solve the problem by yourself, then please give the answer in the comment section. I love it, and if you cannot, then watch till the end. Okay, before that guys, please do subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding any company that you want, and most probably please watch the Virtusa placement related playlist, and also if you want Mahindra related, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, all the playlists are available. Please watch those and please subscribe and share this content. Okay, so let me give you the approach to the solution. So let's say this is the string C4T5C. Okay, so let's say this is the string. Okay, now at first what you have to do is run a while loop or a for loop, then go through all the element of that array and check if the first element is digit or not. Okay, if this is digit, then ignore that. If this is not a digit, then initialize the start element is equal to I, start variable is equal to I, and check using a while loop how many substrings are there in which first case like first character and the last characters in between there is numeric characters are there. So how many substrings are there? Okay, so you have to count that using while loop, and then at the end of the while loop you have to return the count. Okay, return the count. I hope you understood. So let me show you the solutions so that it will be easier to understand. Okay, so guys, before I show you the solutions, I want you to recommend the prime materials of Virtusa, where you will get the real-time questions and real-time answers as well. All the compiled code are there. So as you can see, the questions are like materials is updated up to 9th July exam. So please have this material here. We have included the technical questions, interview questions, coding questions, and also quants questions as well. So please have that power coding there, interview preparation, everything. So for you only, please visit that and have the materials, grab the opportunity to crack Virtusa exam. Okay, and as you can see guys, we are 0.1% performer in TopMate. So pupils are believing us. So as you can see here, the feedbacks of students, so you can have that. Okay, so let me go to the answers. So here at first let me start from the main function. So at first let me start with the scanner class, because we need to take the input. Okay, and you don't need to write the full code, you just need to write the logic. Okay, so main function will be written for you. So let me just take input from my side, like string s is equal to sc dot next line, taking a string input. Okay, then just printing whatever this function is returning. Okay, count valid numerical substring s, this is taking one argument, that is a string. Okay, so let me go to the implementation of the function. So at first import this package so that we can use the scanner class, and then it should be static method, because inside the main function we don't need to like initialize the object of this class, so that we can access the function directly from the main method. Okay, so now it is returning an integer which is the count. Okay, count of that strings, how much strings, substrings are there. Okay, so at first we are initializing the count is equal to 0 and ith value is equal to 0, and also we are initializing the string length. Okay, int n is equal to string length. Okay, s dot length. Now we are going through all the element of that string. So how we are going? Using a while loop. While I less than n, I less than n, so let's say string is equal to a b c, sorry, a, oh actually it should be a1 2 3 b2 c, let's say 1 d. Okay, so let's say this is the string. Okay, now at first we are checking using the character class. This is a class which has a inbuilt method is digit to check if that element is a digit or not. So how we are fetching the current element of that string? So at first a is the first element, right? So s dot s is a string, so string has a inbuilt method char at I is the index, I is equal to 0 at first, so it will return the current element s dot char at I, that 0th index character will be returned here. Okay, that is a. Okay, so here it is a at first. So is it a digit? Okay, if it is a digit, then only it will come inside, otherwise it will just increment the count of I here. As you can see, increment the count I plus plus. Okay, if so it is in like at first it is increased, right? So I is now 1, so the value of I is pointing here. Okay, now it is checking if the character is a digit or not. So it is now 1, right? So if it is digit, yes, it is a digit. So start is equal to I, so start is equal to 1 at first. Now it is checking while I less than n, so 1 less than n, n means the length of that string. Okay, up to that it is going. Okay, and also checking if the character is digit s dot character I, that means up to this element it is going as of now. Okay, that means from a we have skipped. Okay, now we are going up to 1 to b. Why? Because here we are checking also if this is a digit or not. If this is not a digit, then it will go out of the while loop. Okay, it will go out of the while loop. So here it will just return the count of substring. Okay, count of the substring, and the ith value will be incremented here. Okay, for this only. I hope you understood. So then int end is equal to I minus 1. So I is, why it is end is equal to I minus 1? Because so when I is pointing to the b, here it is false. Here it is false. Now it must be here pointing to here. Why? because in the next iteration it will start from here, right? It will start from here. So that's why we have to write end is equal to I minus 1. Okay, so now if start greater than 0 and n plus 1 less than n, so here what we are checking, if the first character of that substring, so here we got the substring, right? We check that it is a substring. So here we are checking if the start value is a lowercase character or not. If the first value is lowercase character and the last value is lowercase character, so it is checking that. Okay, so start is equal to, it must be greater than 0. Why? Because we had skipped the first element. Okay, so that's why we have to check if the start is greater than 0 or not. Okay, if so it must be greater than 0 and n plus 1 should be less than n. Okay, because the length should be greater. Okay, so n plus 1 should be less than n, and then we have to check if the lowercase character present or not in the first element, and also you have to check if the last element is the lowercase character or not. So we will increase the count. Okay, if this is matching with our conditions, then it will increase the count. Okay, and same way it will keep increasing the count, and it will keep increasing the ith value here according to the conditions matching. Okay, so guys, I hope you understood up to this. So let me just go to the next lines. I mean, just after the for loop, in the same way it will return the count, and let me just run it and let's see what it returns. So for a 1 2 3, b 4 5, c 5d, so for this the output should be 3. Okay, and let me run it for another sample input. So that will be, let's say a3, b4, c 6 7, d, re. Okay, so 1 2 3 4, total 4 substrings are there where the case is matching. Okay, so let me just enter, sorry, actually I had to put count, I mean 1 digit here, but I forgot, sorry. So actually I have to run it again. So a2, d3, s4, f4, r. So here it should be 4. Okay, so as you can see the output is 4. I hope you understood, guys. So actually this type of questions will be asked, and the questions are not all easy but moderate level. So if you want, guys, all the coding questions with answers and take immediate action and get the access to premium materials for unlimited time, so it will be very much helpful for your upcoming types. So these are all available materials. Just visit topmate.us/techno_uf. There we will upload all the videos, all the questions. Okay, so I hope you will do so. Thank you for today's session.
Please subscribe to Tekno UF and don't forget to like and share with your friends.